Psalm 16:1. Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust. In other words, God's got our backs. We just have to learn to trust him every day and every moment.
Alright guys, we are in the garage and I've got a lot of work to do. We are going to take the boat out this week, and if you can see behind me, it's literally a mess. I have every possible thing in the boat. Some stuff that needs to be in there and a lot of stuff that needs to get out, but I'm going to get in here first and install one of the items that I just picked up to help me get organized. If I'm not organized, I don't fish well. We ordered a few things and it's going to help me with my organization as well as getting quality videos out to you guys, because if I'm on the water and I'm worrying about grabbing the camera, fish, you can't fish and film at the same time unless you are set up to do so. So we've gotten some things in and I'm going to show you today what we have and why I'm so excited about it, and we're going to get out on the water. Okay, one of the things that I did purchase was this Extreme Max organizer, and it is definitely one of those things for me. I really need it, and as my wife would say when she's ready to buy a new dress, I had to have it. So yes, this is going to help me get organized, one, before we get out on the water and also after we get out on the water. This is from Extreme Max. You can find it on Amazon. I will put a link in the description. But it has a cup holder. It has places where you can put lures in, and your pliers, scissors, screwdrivers, whatever it is that you need to organize so it's not laying all on the boat. Because when I get out on the water, I try to stay organized. Put stuff back where it goes. When you get done with it, put it back where it goes. That's the rule. So we're going to get busy right now and install this. It shouldn't take long. It has T-rail bolts, so it should just slide right into my my T-rail and tighten down, and we're ready to put some stuff in it. So let me get busy. So I'm going to mount this over here on the passenger side of the boat. So we'll be able to have an extra cup holder over here and be able to put all of our accessories and items that we need to get up out of the way. We'll just mount it over here. Has these little T-bolts, and there's different sizes. You know, I've had a problem with this Crestliner T-rail. Some things fit that, you know, were supposed to fit, and some things that said it was made for a Crestliner, it didn't fit. And I believe some portions of this T-rail, it's narrower. The gap is narrower than it is in others, because I tried putting this down the other end of the boat and I couldn't get it to fit in. But down here, where I actually need it to go in, it's going to fit just fine because I slid it in there to see before I got on camera with you guys, so I won't look like a dummy. I don't need any help in that department. Simple as that. You just slide the T-bolts into the rail and simply tighten these plastic screws, and it's ready to go. Now you can put your cup in here. Got a place for your drink. I have a whole bunch of items that I want to be putting on the boat that I'm going to need on the boat. So when I get out there, I won't be fumbling around to get them. Got a pair of snips, fit right in there. Pair of needle nose pliers, help pulling those hooks out of all those fish that we're going to catch on the day after tomorrow. And my handy dandy Rapala scissors for cutting line and getting those baits where we want them. Then there's that thought, will you leave all the stuff in here while you're driving down the road? Won't this bounce out? And I would say I probably these two things here, it'll probably be all right, but the scissors, I think they might bounce out on the road, and I'd be very upset when I got where I'm going. But actually, if I shove them down in here, I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I'm just going to put it in there so you guys can see for illustration purposes that they do fit in there. And if we decide to put them back in there either before we get on the water or after we get on the water, that'll be just fine and dandy. So we've got this over here out of the way for all of our little items. The Crestliner 179 XFC, if you looked at the video that I did of the review of my boat, it has plenty of place to store stuff. So I'm gonna lock this shallow water anchor in, get it up out of the way, and I'm sure you guys saw the video on that. If not, you can always check it out. Go to my CS92LX page and look it up. You'll see all about the shallow water anchor. So that's snapped into place. I have my fish grippers right here on the side. But back here behind the passenger seat, I have plenty of room for my tackle. I have 3 plano boxes back here. We're going to put all of our rods down into the rod locker here. These, I'm going to show you a very neat tackle box system that I got. I believe it was at Walmart. Now this is not actually a tackle box, but one of the other guys that I know turned me on to this this neat little box. It's actually people use it to store all kinds of small parts and pieces. But I noticed a couple years ago that it worked out very well in my smaller boat as a way to organize my tackle. So this tackle box, when I'm fishing by myself, I will keep down here on the floor. And what it is, you have these slide out trays. This is made by Heart. So if you're ever in Walmart, very neat. You slide these in. Now I have 3 of these to go in here. They just slide right in the front. Yeah, flip this up and it's ready to go. Just got to be in the right place at the right time. Still got the price tag on it. How much did I pay? I bought this in January 20th of 2023. Heart System 3-drawer organizer. So what I do, I grab the handle, turn this around, sit it down in the floor well. Then when I'm fishing, I can just slide one of those trays out, get to my tackle, I'm good to go. Over here, this is actually one of those portable devices from Scotty that is usually used to put a transducer out on smaller boats. But what I'm using this for, I'm going to use this to mount my other video recording equipment on the side. So we'll be able to take shots of us going out, me behind the seat, going out on the water. So that camera will be over here. One of the other things that I needed to purchase, and I went ahead and got one. I hadn't bought a scale in a while. I have a digital scale, but the one I have is quite a few years old, and I don't like to keep things too long. And I needed something that was a little better than what I had. So this also was purchased on Amazon. It is the Cast King Wide View Portable Floating Digital Scale. And as you probably can guess, the reason why I got it is that it will float. Just in case you would drop this over the side, you would never see it again if it didn't float. More likely than not. So it does come in, I believe, 3 different colors. I think it's blue, orange, and black. You can look on Amazon and see that. but it's made by Cast King. And one of the things that I really wanted was one that you could, use the grippers to hold the fish like this. Pull them apart and squeeze down the fish, and it'll hold the fish. It's not the most expensive. I think this was around $20 some on Amazon. So yeah, we're gonna, matter of fact, I'm gonna put some batteries in this and let you guys see what it looks like. Now this Cast King scale, I believe it goes up to 110 pounds. Matter of fact, let me just look at that to make sure, so you guys will know. Yes, 110 pounds in weight increments of 0.02 pounds. So let's put some battery. It actually comes with the batteries, some batteries and a little screwdriver so that you can put the batteries in. So I think that's pretty neat. Nothing more irritating to me than when you buy something and it doesn't say it doesn't come with the batteries, and then you get where you're going, you find out, oh, it doesn't have batteries. Surely these batteries are not the best batteries you can buy, but I'll always keep batteries in my boat when I have things on the boat that take batteries. And we have another item that I'm going to show you in just a minute that's going to help us stay in the game out there, because in the past what we've had, and I used to use GoPro camera all the time to record my fishing, and it did a pretty good job. But what I found out with most of the GoPros, and you can go on Amazon or any of these other sites that actually will show you the reviews on the GoPro. One of the problems with the GoPro that I have found in the past is when they get overheated, they just don't perform well. And I've had one, and the filming, when it was cool, it was fine. But even the fact that I would get, multiple batteries to make sure that I had plenty of power, the camera would just start malfunctioning once it got hot. And anytime you go out on the water and you're in the direct sunlight, like we are a lot of times out on the water, you need a camera that can stand some heat. No camera, I don't think there's any camera that can, stand extreme heat for, a very long time. If there is one, let me know, because I don't know of it. So, all right, so the batteries are in. So you just simply push the middle button, cut it on. And one of the other things that I liked about this, right now it's showing kilograms. I'm going to change the unit of measure. Now it's at pounds. I like this because it's bright, it's backlit, and the numbers are very big. So, oh yeah, I'm pulling down to 10 pounds of pressure. Power it off, and this is ready to go. So I'm gonna put this in a place where we can readily get to it. When we get out on the water, the last thing you want to do when you have a good fish and you want to weigh it is to be fumbling around wondering where is your scale. So we're going to put that in a place where we can get to it readily. Of course, this is my fish gripper over here. I've got that so that it's tied out onto one of my tie down hooks. Well, these things made by Rapala too. I found that these are very, very handy when you're going to grip some of those snakeheads like we're going to be catching. Just snap that thing in it and it locks. So these are a must in my estimation. Now, when we used to go fishing a few years ago, a buddy of mine, we were just going fishing for anything that we wanted to catch. So I have a net over there. I have a catfish net, and that catfish net is over there. It's about you can see me. I know I'm tall. Big. I mean, it's huge. But I have a net over in my other side of the boat that's more usable for maybe the snakeheads and also bass, crappie, anything like that. Of course, we do have dual live wells. We have a live well in the back and a live well in the front, and that is exclusive to the Crestliner 179 XFC, and the C stands for crappie. So this boat is specifically designed for the crappie fishermen. So it has 3 pedestal mounts on the front deck, so you can fish, 3 across if you want to. I'm not a crappie fisherman, although I have caught crappie and I do enjoy catching those as well. But that is not what we are going for this week. The goal is to catch some bass, hopefully some snakehead. I'm not sure how the snakeheads are moving this early in the year, but we're going to get out there and we're going to get to getting. The most important thing that I have purchased, I'm going to show you now. One of the most challenging things that I have going on when I'm out on the water is my height. You're like, well, is that a problem? Well, when it comes to casting under docks, I have an advantage because I have a 8-foot wingspan. Yeah. But when it comes to filming, it creates a bit of an issue because a lot of folks can mount a camera up pretty high and get themselves in the picture on the boat. But I am 6'7", so it was very challenging for me to get footage for you guys without using something that was more extreme and purpose built for doing that. And the film that I'm even shooting right now is on a tripod that is sitting on my front seat. And as long as I'm sitting down, that's great, but when I stand up, it would definitely be cutting my head off. So I searched and searched and did a lot of research with what other people are doing who film fishing videos, and I came across this. This is made by Yellowtech, and this is a Yellowtech 53-inch power stick, and that is what we're going to mount the camera, which is now actually filming here, onto the back of the boat. And what makes it really cool is that this you can put it all the way down, which is where it's at now, or you can extend it all the way up to 53 inches. But what's even better than that, this is the camera mount on the top. Where do you mount this at? Well, this has the ability to slide right into your navigation light port. So on the back of my boat, in the right-hand corner, is my navigation light post. So this will push in, and mine has like a compression fitting. A lot of you guys may have a screw-in fitting, and Yellowtech provides you with 3 different couplers. Mine, unfortunately, has this one that's more compression. It does not really lock completely in because it's not threaded. And my, of course, the outlet back there is not threaded. But if you have a threaded mount, you can push this in, screw it down, and it will lock in. And I think they say it's good for secure up to 70 miles per hour. So my boat won't do 70 miles per hour, so I wouldn't have that problem. But it does also say in some of the finer directions and instructions that if yours has this compression type fitting, not to leave it plugged in to your navigation light system when you're on the move. And I did read one review, and I thought about it, and I was hoping I had the thread in, but I don't. I have the compression. And the guy was stating that he had put his camera on the top, slid this in, pushed it down and turned it, and he took off, and this power pole and his camera fell into the water. Now, depending on how much you pay for a camera, in my case, if this fell in the water and my camera fell in the water, then you'd be talking about a minimum of $650 in the water. I'm not trying to put $650 in the water. So yeah, be aware of that. Two of the advantages of this. One, when you plug it into your navigation slot, it's powered. So when you put your camera and mount it up top here, you can get the appropriate cord. Now, if you have a USB-C, it has two outlets on here. And when you put your camera on, you can actually plug your camera in, and you'll have power to record with your camera all day long. I have the mount that my camera is sitting on right now is also one of those type of power outlets. So when I'm out on the water, I will not be running out of battery power. So in addition to that, there is another accessory that I'm looking into getting. It just depends on whether I'm going to be doing any nighttime movements on the water. I may eventually. I don't usually stay out on the water after dark. I used to when I was younger, but now I'm just not as adventurous as I used to be. But what they have also, this camera mount screws off. And what they have to put in its place or in between is a navigation beacon light. So if I were on the water and it was nighttime, I'd have to take this camera stick out, put my navigation light in, and then roll. But if you are one of those people that has a screw-in mount, they make a navigation light that fits on the top of this, and then you put your camera on top of that so you can actually take footage all the way in, even in the dark, with the navigation light up. And they also make a light that attaches to this. It's like a floodlight, LED floodlight. So there are some accessories that you can get with this. But this is going to be a game changer for us because, as you can see, I'm going to pop it up so you can see how long it is. It's pretty long. And once you put that in the back there, as you can't even see the top of it from where you're at on the camera. But yeah, once I put that in the back, I'll be able to get a full view of me fishing, catching those big fish, so you guys can see that I'm not just talking a big talk, but I'm going to walk the walk and get some fish in the boat. I'm anxious, guys, because I got this boat so late last year, wasn't able to dial it in, couldn't get the licensing and everything, tags, all those things that registration that you need with your boat when you first get it. So yeah, we were kind of strapped, and then of course it got cold. We had snow, ice, all those things that we haven't had in a couple of years. So it's been a minute, but I can tell you this: I'm ready to get this junk off the boat. So give me like that long, and I'm gonna turn the camera back on, and you'll see a different boat. All this junk that you see everywhere on top of this boat is gonna be gone. Okay, guys, 1 hour later, here we go. The boat is all ready to go. All I gotta do is hook it up to the car, to the Maverick, and we will be rolling out day after tomorrow. I'm happy and I'm excited. So stay tuned. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Have a blessed evening.